What up? What up? What up, good people? We back in the building. This is Meta Grizz and Epic Coach Jackson talking about our anime breakdown. We'll be doing Hinomaru Sumo episodes 3 and 4 today.
hmm
How you feeling, D?
I'm feeling great, bro. How you
Good,
feeling?
good. Can't complain. Can't complain.
Got you. This anime got a little intense, man. It got a little intense.
It did. It did. This was episodes 3 and 4, like we said before, and already we seen at the end of episode 2 they got a new uh manager to say,
hmm
and he's like, yo, no matter what we do, we have to scrimmage one of the top schools.
Yes.
So this is the first time you actually see the whole team scrimmage against people.
hmm
And this team that they went up against, mind you, this is still high school.
Didn't feel like
They look like
it.
a bunch of grown men.
Yes.
Grown men. And then the only small one you see basically is the same stature as the main character for the other
hmm
school. So it's like, yeah, you can't even trust that one.
Nah, not at all. Like it's to the point where you ever walk through, like it felt like you went on a college tour.
Right.
You went there for a sparring session, but we didn't understand like why are you going there. And then basically the coach told us like, hey, you guys kind of suck without us. We gotta get you ready and get you some preparation, see what's going on. And they were getting mopped at first. They were getting mopped.
Bro, like
It wasn't even close.
it was hilarious because
Yeah.
the one little skinny kid had to wrestle. And he went up against this huge dude and he just let him down so politely.
He did. He did. So we also see Hinomaru, like he's had a background. We're learning more about his background, his history. And someone else at the school recognized him and he jets off to go
Right.
get someone else. So we thought the main entryway where everyone was at that was already very large people were like D1, like the main focus. They had a back room with like Goliath and all them back there. I'm
Right.
like, yo, so this is like your junior varsity up there, and this is your varsity back here. Like, y'all
Right.
didn't even come out here to the field, and we find out that he is literally a son of a Yokozuna. He's Shaq, yo. He's massive compared to everyone else, but he does not compete.
Right.
Everyone's like, yo, you gotta your man's here. Like, they have a history, I guess, from the past. At that time, we didn't know just yet. But when he dropped his name and said Hinomaru is there, you see like a light switch in his head, like, oh, he is here.
Right. So it's hilarious though,
Yeah.
because the reason why he stopped doing matches is because he actually broke his arm when they was younger. And his dad was like, yo, if you can't control your moves enough that you're not injuring anybody, then you
hmm
might as well not even, like, we know you're supposed to be the best, but you got to learn how to control yourself to even be able to do matches. So no more matches for you, period.
So you
And he
trained the
took
whole
that to
time.
heart.
He did, bro. He did. Like, you understand with this culture that what the elders say, you listen to. Like, you follow and you follow the creed. And short stature was gray hair. Dude was like, yo, you just don't get you fired up. Like, yeah, I'm gonna head home. I'm about to head out.
Right.
What? Like, you just don't care at all. Like, you could tell that like the whole demeanor was as if like he's being dismissive. And then we find out about the whole history of him breaking his arm. It's like, yeah, what Pop says goes.
Right. So you see the other little guy was like, yo, all right, if you're not going to do it, then I'm going to do it. And you see the battle of the little people, basically.
I ain't
But
gonna
it
lie to
was
you.
a battle, though. They kind of
It was
had the
tough.
same style.
It was tough.
Kind of had the
It's
same style. And the manager was like, yo, like, he's finally going to get a taste of his own medicine. Like, he
mm-hmm.
just attacks. Both of them just attack.
And it was like to the point where like the initial moves they both had, it canceled out. It wasn't working. Like we seen the prior episode, one move, one power, one thrust, like it's a takeout within the seconds. We didn't see a counter until this episode realized like, hell, you gotta put combos together.
Right.
Because when you have somebody with the same kind of game plan as you, it's not gonna work that way. And also the same size. It's just not gonna work. So how you feel about him comboing up his moves and then making it work.
Right.
And then also we see the Don walk in. Everybody's seeing like, oh shoot, he actually pretty strong.
So, like you said, that was dope for him to realize mid match,
Mm-hmm.
like, all right, the regular one hit wonders ain't working.
Yeah.
So now let's double them up, and of course he gets them, and he was
Mm-hmm.
supposed to be like basically the next in line, next to the Don that they was trying to get back
Yes.
wrestling. So he sees it and he's like, all right, you know what? He got a lot better. Let's have some fun.
Because the big guy, I think his name is Kuz. I think I'm pretty sure it's Kuz. I could be wrong, but I think it's Kuz. I think it's Kuz. But like when he walked in that room, right? He towers everybody.
Right.
I don't know about high school. I gotta see a birth certificate, bro. They can't all be in freaking high school. No way.
Right.
There's no way.
But it's crazy though, because we don't even really get to see him do a full, not even a half a match. Because
Mm-hmm.
Pops walk in and was like, yo, what are you doing?
Bro, I don't think that was his pops. I think that was the head trainer.
Oh, matter of fact,
I think that was the
yeah,
head trainer.
It was.
Because he's like, what are you doing? We said he could not do his all. And like the animation of showing like the demon form and then seeing the snakes and how it cut off as if like the two massive creatures and the styles are going through. You know me. I love when like the artist makes the animation pops out as in like just an internal beast inside these characters. And we saw a glimpse of that. We seen the fire, we seen the intensity, and the freaking trainer just freaks out. No, we gotta stop, let's stop. Because Pops is Yokozuna, like, yo, if he finds out that you was in here doing this, it's gonna be a problem.
Right. So, of course, that ends it. And I think it was the same episode, but they actually show him going back to his pops and was like, yeah, I messed up. I did a match.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it wasn't even a full match, but he was like, I did a match. And he was like, yo, who was it against? And he said his name, and he was like, it was crazy because he wasn't surprised, though.
Yeah.
He was like, okay, so he got better.
Mm-hmm. And then when we find out that, like, Hinomaru had to, like, not compete for, like, 3 years. He had to only train. So we're blending episodes now, guys, 3 and 4. We're thinking what the backstory was going on. And then we see, I'm going to call him Kuz, went back to his dad. And his dad was basically like, so how you feel about it? Like, trying to figure out, like, how he felt about competing again. And then seeing that Kuz's response was basically that, I want to be the man. I want to be Yokozuna. I want to beat everybody. Dad said it's the first time you've actually made your own decision what you want to do. So you have my blessing to compete. No one else knows that besides him now. It's going to be crazy moving forward next episodes.
So then you actually see, because the team still kind of was sketchy about the manager.
Yeah.
And you actually seen his knowledge now. And you got a little bit of his backstory too. Because he actually did some wrestling himself.
Which is okay. So we got to listen. We have a wrestler, we have a karate gentleman, we have a person who doesn't know anything. We have we call him the captain. He been training. His heart is sumo, size sumo. Then we have a little prodigy. Everything about them is some kind of discrepancy. Nothing about them is like this is the prototype best person. So it's a team full of misfits. Then you have a trainer who's very petite. Doesn't nerdy looking like. He's like, you're going to teach us about sumo. So of course, egos get involved. Like, yo, why should we even listen to you?
Right.
And when he said, I'm gonna take the person who doesn't know anything and beat everyone here, how'd you feel about that?
Bro, that was hilarious. Because first old boy was like, no, you're not. You're not putting me in this. He was like, just do everything I tell you to do. Mm-hmm. Like, that right there should have told them, all right, he might know something.
Yes, absolutely.
And, of course, he went one by one and had little man tear him up.
No problem, bro.
No problem at all. But then when they get to Hinomaru, he was like, you know what? Let me go get changed real quick.
Yes.
And it was like, oh, okay. He was like, yeah, I got something for you. And he did the exact same stuff he was doing.
What's crazy about it is that like Hinomaru was like even the whole intensity in the room. Even like the fellow teammates like, aren't they friends? Like the
Right.
vibe was off. It was like as if they were like enemies and like they had like a rivalry going on that no one knew about. He's like, I'm not going to take it easy on you. Just letting you know, like, coach, like, all right, cool. You do what you gotta do. So when they locked and they started doing things, bro, and like he got into what they call a spider technique and got super super low to try to like counter his actual push and thrust. I was like, yo, he studied this guy. He knows him. You're not
Right.
gonna be able to do this whole like big bully thing on me. It's not working.
Right. So you see him going back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
And like you said, it's basically move for move, the exact same. And then the coach was finally like, all right, so you did your double move before. So watch me add another little trick to it. And he best him.
He did. He definitely did.
So of course he runs off afterwards though.
Mm-hmm.
And it was funny though, because every time he had somebody beat, he would explain why.
Yes.
So he was like, yeah, like your size and the way you wrestle, we know it's not going to change.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes you're going to have to do something a little off the wall. Like it's either all or nothing move off the wall. You either going to win or you're going to lose. Either one.
Back.
But with your stature, that's what you got to do.
Mm-hmm.
So while he's in the back, Hinomaru is explaining to the other ones like, yeah, he basically did sumo with me when we was younger,
Mm-hmm.
but he just got the short end of the stick because he had a condition where he couldn't catch his breath. So he only could wrestle for like 2 minutes at a time, and he was
Yeah.
completely done.
Yes. Then you go in the back and you cut to the scene and you see him actually on like a ventilator breathing machine. He's like, secret's out. And he's laying on the ground. It's like trying to look up and you see him defeated. And it's like, oh, shoot. Like, you
Right,
really can't do this. He's like, yeah, I can't last. I can't compete. And this is why I can't compete. So it's like, he's really a genius on techniques and strategy, but he can't really do it because his body won't allow him.
right,
This dynamic is I'm loving this whole team. And then you see when they all come out, and then like Hinomaru is mentioning that I want this. And then he started mentioning other people, the giant in that school, the prodigy over here. Like there are some characters that are coming that's supposed to be complete monsters.
right. So now it's not just a journey for Hinomaru to get to the top.
Yeah.
Now it's a team thing.
Mm-hmm.
So you could tell it kind of flipped the switch a little bit. So now they all on board, like, yeah, all right, let's do this.
Bro, this anime is so tough. Like we've only seen 4 episodes, but like I am looking forward to the next episode and seeing how things are going to be because I want to see the different styles. Like it's going to be, we got two moves, we got counter moves, we got thrust, we got spider move technique. It's different things. Like, and there's also I guess an open class for us. Like it's not always weight based off of it. So there's different people we're going to see. Like
Right.
I'm
So
excited. This is a cool
I'm
anime,
kind of curious to see the growth in the little guy.
bro. If he becomes a sponge and he wants something about him is a little intriguing also because why does he want to do it?
Right. Right.
Does he have a family history of this? Like, what's going on? Because like everyone else, they have their own motives. He wants the wrestler wants to be all around MMA person. The actual bully, the school, he just didn't like the fact that he was pushed around. He wants to learn how he can fight back and do different things. So we have all that. We have the actual coach who can't do anything because he's breathing. We know Hinomaru wants to be Yokozuna. Why is little man really doing this?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So that'll be interesting to see a couple of his matches and how he grows.
Yeah.
And I'm still curious to see if is that the whole team or is it still going to be one more?
Ooh. Yeah, I don't know.
Because I mean
Guys,
they do have enough with the little guy
yeah.
to wrestle and be a full team. But do they bring in somebody else to where they can have like an alternate if needed be? Because I mean, it got to be something that happens where somebody might go down and somebody needs to step up.
I'm excited.
And we know it can't be the coach now.
Oh, yeah, I'm excited, y'all. If y'all have not seen this anime, please check out Crunchyroll. It's on there. This is season 1. We're gonna keep doing 2 episodes at a time. Right now, we're trying to dabble as far as scheduling. Hey, we grown men taking care of responsibilities. Right. We're gonna give you many pods we possibly can.
Life be lifing
all the time. So, but please like, subscribe, let us know how y'all feel about it. If this anime is something you're curious about, check it out. And let us know in the comment how you feel about it.
Yep. But until next time, folks, we'll holla at you.